Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, across all nations, races, and denominations, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today, bringing you guys and gals One Punch Man episode 2 and 3 review. Now, before I get started, let me explain what's been going on for the past, week and a half when it pertains to One Punch Man. I did my episode 2 live reaction. That was done a week ago. The only problem is I had a copyright strike from an old, early 2014 Kill la Kill live reaction video. These guys, they reached for the stars and they succeeded. And they gave me a strike on an old video. Now, what I normally do nowadays is that I region block Japan for any live reaction, because I don't want to do these fuckers. But I didn't think to go back to region block my old live reaction videos. And they did a strike on that. And basically, with the new policy, you can't have a video longer than 15 minutes on your channel, or you can't upload a video that's longer than 15 minutes if you have a strike on your channel. And my live reactions are well above 15 minutes. So that's a problem. So now I need to wait for this copyright strike, because I've already submitted my counter notification form, whatever it's called, and I have to wait 10 to 14 business days. It used to be 7 to 10, but now it's 10 to 14. And I have to wait for this period of time to pass. And if the copyright strikers, if they don't respond, then the strike is waived. So I'm waiting for that to happen. And until that point in time, I can't do a live reaction. Or what I could do is I can make a live reaction, but I can take the actual, 24-minute video and I can shorten it to 14 minutes by taking out some parts, speeding it up and whatnot. I could do that. So we'll see how that works out this coming Sunday. Because if the strike is still on my account by this Sunday, then I may, do the live reaction and edit the live reaction to where it's under 14 minutes. So that's what's going on right now when it comes to One Punch Man. Now, these episodes 2 and episodes 3. First of all, animation-wise, they're both fantastic. Though, granted, episode 3, it's not as sharp as episode 2. Episode 2 had some very high-impact, sharp moments. When Genos fight against a mosquito girl, and how you have the swarm mosquitoes being just wiped down like an instant, just pure incineration. Those scenes were fantastic. But there were some scenes in episode 3, for example, when Genos and Saitama are running through the forest. That scene was dynamic, but it wasn't sharp at all. When Genos is fighting against Carnage Kabuto or Asha Kabuto, those scenes were kind of sharp, but they were more so dynamic. So, the episode animation, they're relatively the same, but episode 2, for the most part, was sharper than episode 3. Also, when it comes to the overall story progression and character introduction, that kind of stuff, basically, episode 2 is far more important. Because episode 2, you have the introduction of the character Genos. Episode 3 is more so towards the episodic line. Because episode 2 and episode 3, they do coincide with the House of Evolution. However, these guys are done. The Carnage Kabuto, he's done. He got one punched. And when it came to the mastermind of the whole House of Evolution, Dr. Genius, he saw the power of Saitama. He's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm out of here. Alright? Fuck evolution. I'm gone. So, the whole backstory pertaining to Dr. Genius and how he was an old man. He was a genius, way back when. He was an old man. He regained his youth using some means, made clones of himself, was experimenting on humans and other species and whatnot, trying to advance human evolution, at an accelerated rate, and these kind of things that were fascinating. But all in all, they're not important for the overall story. For the sake of the episode itself, they're kind of cool, and they do highlight the villains, if you would. But at the same time, it's not. These guys aren't coming back. You see what I'm saying? Episode 2, however, is the introduction of Genos, the character. And Genos is a very important character in One Punch Man. And he had this whole like diatribe about his, you know, his coming up story, pretty much, like how he became the guy he is today. And normally that would take like several episodes, in some cases arcs, for a character to have all that flushed out. Here Genos is for like 5 minutes, just talking about the whole thing. And then halfway through, Saitama's okay, fine, so you're done. And then he continues about his life story. And to keep it short, he was 15 years old, he was a regular person, and all of a sudden, this rampaging cyborg that went out of control destroyed his town, killed his family, and there was this guy called Dr. Kuseno who was going around trying to stop the cyborg, and he finds Genos, and Genos, he basically wants, you know, he asked Dr. Kuseno to modify his body. That's how he became a cyborg, and for 4 years he's been trying to hunt this rampaging cyborg, and that's how he wound up in front of Mosquito Girl and then Saitama, and now he wants to be as strong. He wants to gain strength like Saitama, and that's it. That's the entire, you know, diatribe. But he goes in like a lot of details and shit, and it's hilarious seeing Saitama just sitting there like, yo, come on, man, like, I don't have all day, like, I want to go get some food, watch some porn, and then here you are, and you're fucking up my whole flow, dude. Like, no, just hurry this shit up, 20 words or less. So, hilarious, just absolutely hilarious. I love that part. Episode 2 was just amazingly funny, alright? It really was. When you had the ground dragon, when you had the armored gorilla, when you had the beast king dude, when they're there, I mean, it was Saitama is just gloriously fucking hilarious. When he's punching Mosquito Girl, just smacks her, she just goes into a building and just blood splatter everywhere and shit, and he's fucking naked, like, yeah. I'm like, yo, like, it was fucking hilarious, absolutely hilarious. You'll see my live reaction of that, hopefully. All right, when this strike goes away, I'll upload it immediately. So if you're wondering why is there an episode 2 live reaction, even though episode 4 and 5 have passed, it's because it's been already there. Just saying. So that's pretty much it, honestly. I mean, well, there is one thing I do want to say. All right, and I found it very intriguing. Okay, in episode 3, Saitama explains how he became strong, right? And like, an average dude could do that shit, honestly. Saitama is by no means, like, he's portrayed to be a normal guy who became astronomically strong in 3 years' time, doing, like, basic training continuously. But there's something funky going on with Saitama himself. Like, that's the way it seems. Now, granted, that's my theory. Like, he's abnormal, like, from birth by some means. I don't know. But the way it's portrayed, he's just like an average. He's like an average dude. That's it. He did 100 push-ups. He did 100 leg squats. He ran for 10 kilometers, I think, every day, and that was it. Like, that's all he did. And he did to the point where his hair fell out, his bones would crack. Like, he could hear, like, the bones cracking as he was doing the push-ups and whatnot. And also, he would not use AC or heat during the winter or the summer, which sucks dick, dude. Oh, man, that is terrible, man. Like, what? I'm like, damn, no. But that's what he did. And, again, like, the story is, he's an average Joe who became godly powerful by using basic training. But at the end of the day, I'm not buying it. Alright? There's something going on with Saitama. Like, Saitama is actually like a Kryptonian. Because I'm not buying this shit, man. I'm not. So, but it's hilarious either way. And also, during the confrontation between Ashura Kabuto and Saitama, Ashura Kabuto was skilled enough to realize, whoa, wait a second, hold on. If I fucking move, like, he was behind Saitama, ready to fucking punch him. Saitama had the face. He's like, oh shit. And he knew, whoa, like, his instincts kicked in, like, boom. This dude, like, bailed, like, shit. So it's this notion that, like, Saitama, even though he's lost his drive, he's lost the passion because it's boring how powerful he is, he still admits this unintentional killing intent that is massive, to where certain creatures that are very sensitive of these things, they'll feel that shit, like, oh shit. So, again, like, Saitama, he's a unique specimen in many ways. More than 13 dozen ways, honestly. But at the end of the day, average Joe, godly powerful, via basic training. I ain't buying this shit. I'm not, man. I'm fucking not. But I'm done. That's really it, honestly. So, I mean, again, the details, they're the details, but they're more so for the House of Evolution, and these guys, they're done. The next episode, oh yeah, that one we're going to get into probably hardcore, because that's when I think Speed of Sound, Sonic, oh yeah, that's when he comes into the story, I believe so. So, that's it, I'm done. King of Lightning, episode 2 overall, I thought was amazing. Episode 3, I think, is great. Not as good, even though it's the closing of the House of Evolution. Because episode 2 is better for the overall story. You see what I'm saying? So I'm done. King of Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice goddamn day. Yeah.